is finally here. I've been waiting for this maybe for like 4 days, but it's one of the most exciting things that I'm about to show you guys. This is an unreleased camera from Insta360. I am so excited. So excited for this. This is my third time collaborating with Insta360. The first one we did the Ace Pro 2, and then earlier this year I did the Flow 2 Pro, which I brought it to China. And now we have this, and it's my first time collaborating on an unreleased product. So this is super exciting for me. Please don't interrupt my unboxing, please. Wow. Moment of truth. Oh wow, look at this. How smart is that? So you don't even need a tripod. You can just basically flip this up. They look like paper clips. You can just flip it out and then use it as a stand. Insta360, you guys are genius. You know the coolest thing about this? You can detach this from the camera. So you can basically frame yourself using this remote. And one more secret, this actually acts as a mic. So you don't need an extra mic for this, which is ridiculous. You can clearly see how much thought they put into the user experience. If you think about from the creator's perspective. Okay, so just a bit of context. I started posting more frequently since 2024 September. And from there, I was able to grow from around 250 subscribers to now, which is around 24,000. And during this period, I managed to work with a few brands that I really enjoy working with. Some of them are like my dream brands that I could never imagine working with them. So today I'm gonna share my experience on how you can work with brands as a small creator. So if you want to collab with a brand, first you need to get the notice. In order to get the notice, you need to make good videos. More specific on that, those are the videos that can help people solve other people's problems. When you get comments like, I can't believe you only have that many subscribers or that many views, that is usually a good sign. You should be looking at how to find brands at that stage because you don't have the leverage. You don't have any audience yet. So the best way is wait for the inbound emails to you. So my first video that really got other people's attention was how to turn your vlogs into a movie. In that video, I was just genuinely trying to share my experience, how I've been vlogging, and just want to share that to the world. And that really resonated with a lot of people. And that is when brands started to notice me. And from there, I was able to get my first brand deal, which was with a company called Hohem. They do camera accessories like gimbals and stuff. So that was my first one. I was around 5,000K subs at the time. So it really doesn't matter how many subscribers you have. It's more about the quality and whether you can deliver for the brand. And when I say quality, it doesn't mean it have to be high res or anything like that. It's more about the substance where the audience can get the value out of it. There were other brands that tried to approach me as well before that. I didn't take it on because it didn't really align with what my vision or what I believe in. If I don't believe in those products myself, why would I be promoting it to other people? Also, some brands might see you as a small creator. They will give out a contract that might be in their favor. So make sure to check every single details of it. There's one brand that I really wanted to collab with, But after reading the contract, it just wasn't it. So yeah, that didn't work out. So for my first brand deal, which was with Hohem, I actually did it for free. I got a product exchange. So I got the phone gimbal, but I was willing to take it. You probably hear a lot of people saying that you shouldn't take on free work, which is true if you've been already working in that field. But for someone that is fresh in the industry, I would highly recommend you to do some free work, because in the beginning, as a small creator, you don't have anything to show. Okay, think about this from the brand's perspective. When you're running a business, you want to hire someone that has experience. If you don't have the experience, how can you prove to them that you can actually do the work? And why would they want to spend the money to invest on something that potentially has no return? So in that sense, you need a portfolio. You need to have something to show the brand. That's why I take on the free work, so I can build a portfolio piece. In the future, I can show other brands I can actually do the work. And this experience can benefit me in so many more other ways than just maybe getting a small chunk of money from them. And when collaborating, don't just think about the number. Don't try to maximize a one-off deal. Think about how to build the relationships with the brand if you really enjoy working with them. And one very important thing, you want to genuinely believe the product that you're promoting. If you don't, you're going to lose the trust with the audience, and that is worse than anything. There's no amount of money can fix that. And when working with a brand, you want to think of these three things, how you can help the brand. You want to be as good as possible, be over the top, not just doing the bare minimum. How you can help the viewers. If there's no viewers, there's no brand deals. You don't have a career out of this. And third, how can you benefit from it? Whether it will be on the money side or just on the creative side, how it can fulfill your creativity. That could be more important than just doing it for the money. Ideally, you want to hit at least the first two. Of course, all three would be the best. It's winter time now, so it's getting dark real quick. It's only 5 o'clock. I was gonna test out the camera, but I have some trouble activating it. So maybe I'll try it again tomorrow.